Hello, my brothers and sisters by God. This is your brother in Christ, Abstractionitzel, here with another video, and you're watching Omni-News. For our first story, Kids Cool It had an interview with Will Patrick, one of the producers for Ben 10 versus the Universe. When asked which aliens will be in the movie, he said we'd see all of the aliens in the current lineup, as well as a few new ones.
What aliens do you get to see in the new Ben 10 movie?
Well, you'll get to see all of the regular lineup and, maybe a couple of new ones.
This means we now know all 10 current aliens will be in the movie. In other news, to celebrate the premiere for Ben 10 vs. the Universe, Cartoon Network will be hosting a special live fan event on their Australian YouTube channel hosted by astrophysicist Dr. Matt Agnew and YouTuber Tom Smallwood. This event will be called the Space-tacular, and it will take viewers on a journey of space exploration with science facts and experiments, as well as feature fun Ben 10 trivia games, sneak peeks, and an interview with one of the Ben 10 producers. I am especially looking forward to the interview, but I wonder which producer will be interviewed. Anyway, there will also be an online game for fans to play called the Ben 10 Fan Challenge. This game will allow players to complete a maze of challenges and get rewarded with the downloadable Ben 10 Watch Party Pack. I tried to look for this Watch Party Pack thing on Cartoon Network's Australian Ben 10 site, but I didn't see anything about it. Perhaps I'm too early. For our next few stories, we'll be looking at more Duncan tweets. One user on Twitter asked Ben 10 co-creator Duncan Rouleau if Gravitak would appear in the reboot, and if Ben could transform into Bashmouth's species in Season 5. Duncan said Gravitak would not appear in the reboot, and also said Bashmouth was a special case that Kevin will have to deal with. Another user asked Duncan if we'd learn more about Snake Pit, Sandbox, and Shellhead in the future, but Duncan replied saying not in the reboot, but possibly in the future. One tweeter on Twitter asked if Ben's lost or locked aliens return in the movie at all, and Duncan replied saying that some may. Another tweeter asked Duncan if Kevin would admit he cares about Ben in the reboot, and Duncan basically replied with a no. I personally never saw Kevin caring for Ben in the reboot. I mean, he's got pretty close to killing or severely injuring Ben multiple times. But hey, maybe Kevin will pull a 90 in the next series and become a hero like he did in Alien Force. Another person asked if we could see a comic book series that can make another universe of Ben 10 like in other comics. Duncan said Man of Action has discussed the idea. Here's an interesting one. Another Twitter user asked if Season 5 of the reboot was still in development, and Duncan said it was still in production and almost finished with production. I honestly thought they were already done with Season 5, but I guess they weren't. Another user asked if Gwen's magic aspects would be expanded in the reboots. Duncan said no, not at the moment, and another user replied saying that he thought they would do it when Charmcaster was featured. Duncan said that some plans changed. Another user replied asking if the different plans that they had for Gwen were still in effect, and Duncan said that a few were. This user asked about plans about the reboot's completion, and Duncan replied saying that the crew was still taking next steps, but said they would hopefully have some news in the near future. Another Twitter user asked Duncan if we would see Phil in the reboot transforming into monsters like how he was able to transform into the Tarantula in Omniverse, but Duncan replied saying they probably wouldn't get that far with him in the reboot storyline. Another user on Twitter asked if Ben 10 Omniverse was a different timeline than the reboot's timeline. Duncan replied telling the user to wait until the Season 5 movies have aired and he'll answer any and all questions about alternate timelines. This further confirms that Season 5 will have some cool alternate timeline action. He's really been hinting at this for a while. It's high-key building up hype for Season 5. Gwenpaw Max asked if Original Ben and Reboot Ben could scan each other as aliens, but Duncan said Reboot Ben's Omnitrix doesn't scan other aliens yet. I wonder if this feature will be unlocked in the movie. In other news, Derrick J. Wyatt has now received $2,000 in donations for new alien designs for Ben 10 Omniverse. He had a vote on which aliens he should do, and the two aliens that won the vote were Squirtapillar and Snark Tank. Derrick has not yet finished making Ben's design for Squirtapillar, but he did finish Snark Tank. Not only did he show us the design, but he also showed us info on the alien. Snark Tank is a Cnidilarodontis from Core Delta, Star World Beta. You can probably tell that Snark Tank is not Ben's most powerful alien. Snark Tank has a very specific form of mild ESP and empathic powers. With these mental powers, he is able to pinpoint his opponent's biggest insecurities and flaws, and craft such an amazing putdown that his words inflict psychic damage on his foe. He can also use these abilities to pinpoint physical weak spots on an adversary. Snark Tank kind of reminds me of Pesky Dust, as he can manipulate people's dreams and turn them into nightmares, while Snark Tank can pinpoint insecurities to manipulate feelings. I also really like his design. He kind of looks like a dolphin alien. Derrick J. Wyatt also came out with a few more new designs, such as Bob the Blob's Omniverse design. I like the design. I honestly don't know if I prefer this design or the original design. What do you guys think? He also made more Albedo designs. Here's a design for Chameleon. I like how his eyes are still 3 different colors instead of all being red like in Ultimate Alien. Derrick also made an Echo design. I really like the color scheme on this design. The gray goes great with the red. I once again cannot give enough thanks to those in the Ben10 HQ Discord server. These folks helped me out massively, and Omni-News would not be as informative without these people. Feel free to join Ben10 HQ for more Ben10 news, or just to talk about Ben10 in general. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and share, and don't forget that Jesus is King. God bless.